Hey guy, welcome to the 5th part of What If Deku Could Use 100% One for All from the start. This part covers the Two Heroes movie that came out in 2018, so if you haven't watched it and live under a rock, I do not recommend watching as there will be major plot spoilers for the movie. With that out of the way, let's begin. Like usual, All Might invites Deku to go to Island with him, with Deku accepting, giving Kirishima his 2 spare tickets from winning the UA Sports Festival so he and Bakugo could also attend. After the plane lands, All Might assumes his muscular form, and they pass through immigration with no problems. While Deku overlooks the beautiful scenery, All Might gets swarmed by his adoring fans, which goes on for longer than the hero would have liked it to, making him late to meet an old friend. Shortly after, Melissa's shield bounces over to the duo on her advanced pogo stick and greets her Uncle Might. All Might is happy to see Melissa has grown into a young woman. All Might then introduces Melissa to Deku, as one of his students at UA, with them quickly becoming acquainted with each other. Despite Deku being initially nervous due to Melissa getting close to him so she could check his hero costume, however Deku is saved by All Might interrupting her, reminding Melissa that they should get going. They then travel to David Shield's lab, where All Might reunites with his old friend and introduces Deku, who seems to already know everything about David. While talking, David notices steam coming from All Might, so asks Melissa to give Deku a tour around the expo and telling Sam to go on break, allowing All Might to deflate. While on the tour, they continue to get to know each other, with Melissa asking Deku what his hero name is, with Melissa thinking it sounds a little strange. The two notice many pro heroes who were invited to the expo by sponsors. Melissa also asks Deku if he is attending the reception party at the end of the night, with Deku finally realizing why All Might asked him to bring formal clothes. Melissa then directs Deku to all sorts of inventions out on display, blowing his mind. Deku eventually asks her about her dad, with Melissa admitting that she really admires him and aspires to be a great scientist just like him. Telling him that she is a 3rd year at the Island Academy, studying to become a scientist the same way Deku is to become a hero. Commenting that they share the same goal of becoming like the people they admire. Suddenly, their tour is disrupted by the arrival of Eureka, Momo, and Gyro, who suspect that they are on a romantic date. Embarrassed, Deku explains that Melissa is just a friend who was showing him around the expo. Melissa then attempts to bring up All Might, but Deku stops her and asks her not to say anything about him being with All Might. The 5 of them get tea together at the cafe, with Deku relieved, having avoided spilling any secrets. Denki Kaminari and Minoru Mineta surprise their classmates by working as extra staff at the cafe. Ida suddenly runs in, reminding the two to work hard as representatives of UA. When questioned on why he was there, Ida explains that he was invited due to his family having stocks in some Expo sponsors, with Momo revealing that that's the same reason she was there. Deku notices an explosion nearby and heads toward it, believing it could be some kind of crisis. However, he's surprised to walk into the villain attack attraction where Kirishima defeats several villain bots in 33 seconds for 8th place. Katsuki Bakugo is there too, clearing the event in only 15 seconds, jumping into 1st place. Kirishima notices the others, greeting them. Also noticing the others, Bakugo is irritated by the presence of Deku, yelling in his face. Deku is then pressured into taking the test, completing it in under a second, pulling all the robots in with Black Whip as soon as it started, activating 100% One for All, crushing them. Because of this, Deku jumps up to first place, angering Bakugo, who demands to go again, but before he could, Shoto arrives attempting the test, completing it in 14 seconds, stealing second place, dropping Bakugo to third place, making Bakugo go crazy, with Ida running over demanding him to calm down or else everyone will get a bad impression of Yue. They then agree to get together again before the party so they can attend together. Due to already being able to use 100% without physical backlash, Melissa never gives Deku the full gauntlet. Like you saw, Deku arrives late, and is followed by the girls shortly after. Deku compliments Eureka's dress, making her blush, while Minta ogles at the other girls' dresses. Inside the party, a team of villains led by Wolfram attack the party, taking over the island's security system and therefore taking the whole island hostage, threatening the heroes present including All Might that if they try to stop them, they will kill the hostages. The villains then take David and his assistant Sam, ordering them to retrieve the device. The members of Class 1AM realize that the island was under attack, deciding to try save the island by retaking control of the security systems. They then inform All Might, who initially rejects the idea, however accepts that it is their only option to save everyone, so agrees with the plan. Due to the elevators being shut off and under the villains' control, they decide to take the fire escape stairs, rapidly climbing floors until they reach a door. Before someone could warn Minta not to open it, he does, alerting the villains to their presence. Now with secrecy out the way, they don't hesitate to bust through walls and doors, continuing to the security control room. Noticing this, the villain boss Wolfram orders for all doors to the 70th floor to be unlocked, sending 2 villains to welcome them. When they arrive, Deku easily knocks out the villains, as if they were nothing, bumping into Kirishima and Bakugo, filling them in on the situation, allowing them to join. They then reach an open room filled with security robots, so they devise a plan to shut them down, hiding under an insulating blanket, allowing Denki to go all out, stopping them for a second. However, they continue to move after Denki fries his brain. Seeing this, Deku kicks the air, sending a giant wave of air pressure, blowing the robots away, allowing them to keep going. They then reach a server room, and Deku is unable to use another air pressure attack or else he could damage the servers. Deku then activates Black Whip, pulling all the robots together, allowing Minta to use Grape Rush to stick them all together with the help of Momo, who creates an adhesive glue. They then arrive in an open room, which controls the air conditioning and power of the building. Seeing they could skip a few floors and arrive at the security room straight away, Deku wraps Black Whip around everyone, jumping into the air to the upper level, punching through the wall. Arriving at another set of stairs, where they are shot at, however Deku swiftly deals with them and sword kill. Now at the control room, they overhear David and Sam talking about finally retrieving the device. Hearing this, Melissa asks her dad if he had planned this, with David revealing he had hired the fake villains so he could retrieve his device. However, Melissa informs him that the villains were not fake, shocking David. Wolfram arrives just in time to reveal to David that it is true that they are not fake villains, ordering Sam to hand him the device, using his quirk to slam everyone to the walls. Just before Wolfram could kill Sam, Deku breaks free, pulling David and Sam out the way, using Black Whip, punching Wolfram through the wall. He then tells Melissa to go to the control room and take control of the security system. Suddenly, the room starts to reshape, with metal flying towards Deku and his friends, forcing Deku to protect them. Wolfram then climbs out from the rubble, after putting on the device, greatly multiplying his quirk's strength. Seeing this, Deku manages to take the fight to the roof, blocking multiple super-condensed pillars of metal. Using Black Whip to slingshot himself around Wolfram using air pressure attacks to try hit him. Eventually All Might arrives, helping Deku to get close to Wolfram, however All Might is caught, revealing that Wolfram has multiple quirks, implying All for One had a part in this villainous act. Just before All Might could be crushed and impaled, Deku saves him, punching the metal prison, freeing All Might, deciding to both go full power, running in separate directions. Destroying all the incoming attacks, eventually joining back up with All Might, running alongside him up one of the attacks, leaping into the air. Using a double Detroit smash to destroy Wolfram's strongest attack, punching Wolfram in the chest, incapacitating him and destroying the device. Witnessing this, David realizes that there is still hope without All Might, seeing All Might's image overlap with Deku, acknowledging him as the future symbol of peace. After the crisis is over, they attend the party and explore the island fully, having fun with their friends. Okay guys, this is the end of the 5th part. If you enjoyed, please consider commenting, leaving a like and subscribing, as it really helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm. With that out the way, this is Demonic Saiyan saying bye.